What's up YouTube, Kyron back up in here with another video, and today we have a pickups video. It feels good to be back into the normal setting. I know a lot of people were complaining about the audio my last video, and I deeply apologize about that. The way my mic was set up was normally for this setup, and I didn't change it for that room because I honestly didn't know what the acoustics were like for this new camera plus this microphone in that type of setup. So I'm playing with it, I'm adjusting. You guys will let me know. Feedback is always appreciated in the comments below, as always. And also like video recommendations, putting in your little notions as to what you'd like to see on the channel. Definitely let me know that in the comment section below. We are here with a new video today. We're going to be showing a little pickups. This is what I've been getting in the past couple of weeks, but we're going to get into it. You guys know the drill already. If you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you can see when I drop a new video. As always, follow the boy on Instagram for more day-to-day activity, daily updates, fit pics, this and that, and like the video if you guys are enjoying it. Once again, getting into it. I keep on prolonging this intro that I don't need to when we got a lot of clothing to get into today. So let's get into it. Starting off, first and foremost, big shout out, big shout out to the boy. Hopefully it's gonna focus. Sanj and Hunt and Co. Hopefully that's how you go about saying the name. The boy just released a little collab situation, so hopefully that's gonna focus. Really fire pendant and chain situation. Shout out to Sanj for sending me that pendant and chain. It's really fire. And honestly, I don't have too many chains that I've been getting that fits with my current set, and this has just been the one that just completes it, honestly. So as of right now, that's my current rotation of neck jewelry. I know I do that kind of yearly update of where my jewelry is going, but this is gonna be like a little fill-in as to what I've been getting as of recent. So that was the first update. Shout out to Sanj, the boy. Really appreciate you sending this my way once again, if I haven't repeated it for the millionth time. But really amazing product, great sterling silver. If you guys already know, Sanj is the king of the silver, so you can't go wrong with a collaborative piece with his efforts attached to it. So now getting into the other accessories that I have in relation to jewelry is going to be this bracelet from Silverstone. It's going to be this one. This is going to be their updated Cuban link that they just released. I personally really enjoy Cuban links like this. If you guys are interested in getting a Cuban link style bracelet but in sterling silver, that's just like ready made, you don't have to get it custom made or anything, Silverstone has got you. This new one is beautiful, decent amount of chunk, but it's not too thick, because that's how I enjoy my bracelets right now. Like that's probably the thickest I'll ever go. But at the same time, it's still relatively dainty with the rest of my other bracelets. So that is the new addition. Really appreciate Silverstone for sending that my way. They also sent me this bracelet. And this is their packaging, by the way. Really fire. They got me this other bracelet that's a bit bigger in stature. And I normally pair this with my Apple Watch behind it, but that's like on the extra days, you know. But this is a bit lighter than the other bracelet, but bring a little noise to the outfit, you know what I mean? I find jewelry has always been an amazing accent to any type of outfit. So if you guys are interested in more silver style jewelry, like I say before, that has a relatively decent price point on it, Silverstone has got you covered 100%. That being said, all of the jewelry is out of the way. Big ups to Sanj and Silverstone for blessing it with the gems and the jewels. So we're gonna continue on to the rest of the accessories, which is another pickup from Vintage Frames. After a brief commercial break / interruption, I had brought the wrong bag for sunglasses to talk about for this video. It was actually a sunglass that I was talking about for another video that was just here in its replacement somehow. But anyway, we're talking about the right sunglasses right here. This is a pair that I got in replacement for one that I got last year for my birthday, which is the Gucci rimless sunglasses. Those are really nice. I love them. The only problem was they're from Vintage Frames also, by the way. This pair is from there also as well. And the only problem with those was that it was very, very loose. Every time I wore it, I would wear it once and then it would just get loose again. No matter how many times I would get it tightened and adjusted, it would always get loose. So it was kind of annoying. I didn't want that fragile of a frame around because it was just like I would have to baby it too much and I wouldn't really appreciate it. So I went and got it switched for this one this year, and this is more in line with my style, I would say, for this year. So these are the Christian Dior aviators. I really can't believe I did that. That was very cringe. But anyway, tortoise aviator with the gold bridge. Beautiful. And there's no like extra loop in between the bridge. It's kind of just the top arch, which is great. Very like old school style frame, and I love it. And then the lens is more of like a how would you describe that? More of a brown, very undertone brown. I don't know how it's gonna look like with my bucket hat, but great little safari vibe going on right now. So I'm digging it. I love these frames. Honestly, if you're going for sunglasses that are of more vintage kind, or if you want even affordable or just something that's not going to be your regular sunglass, definitely hit up Vintage Frames. I have the luxury of going to see them in person, but they are expanding currently and going into other areas. I believe they just got a little space in Miami recently and they're making a new store in Montreal. So they're expanding. More people could get their hands on some beautiful frames like these, like those. So we'll keep those right there because they kind of look nice with the ambiance, and we'll continue on with the other pieces for this video. So I don't know if you guys remember, but in my 2019 favorite brands of video, kind of butchered that title just now, but I was talking about a brand called ERNEST W Baker, and that was more of the 70s Pablo Escobar drug dealer chic aesthetic that I was talking about, and I really enjoyed it. Couldn't really find any stores local to me that carried it except for one, and it was very much a chase to find any of these clothes locally, and eventually, point blank, I found something from them that I did enjoy, and it was heavily discounted, so I jumped on the opportunity as soon as I could. I got this from Simon's, if you guys are familiar with that, in their local Canadian department store areas, etc., if that made sense. This, oh my god, it's very flimsy. I should have brought a hanger for this, but for the time being, this ERNEST W Baker shirt, very loose, very perfect for the summer months, and yes, those are upon us, so I don't mind shopping for that currently at all. It just has a bunch of like faces, almost looks like employee cards all over it, but very, very thin. You could like, I don't know if you can see my hand through it, but yeah, it's very thin. It's honestly perfect for the summertime. The catch with this was it was 550 Canadian dollars retail. I got it for 80 bucks. So that's below 90% of a savings. So you know I had to hop on that. Even for 80 bucks, a lot of people say that this shirt probably isn't worth it, but I find that's a steal. Originally 550 to 80, sign me up, especially since I mess with the brand. So definitely love this shirt, and then also the recent collection looks amazing too that they're starting to preview. Lots of flares, lots of great tailoring going on, so I probably will jump into that as well throughout the year once they start to release that in more boutiques and also on their online store. So ERNEST W Baker, great pickup for sure. Next up, this was a vintage, or well, curated vintage store find, although this brand is not necessarily vintage. This is a tee from 2017, so definitely more recent, but just a delayed W of a pickup. This is the t-shirt from Paradis. A lot of people ask me about it whenever I mention the name. It is kind of like not hard. It's not a hard name to pronounce or say or even express, but every time I mention it, I always forget to like actually put how it's written on the screen because I say it in the way it's supposed to be said. But anyway, this is a t-shirt from Paradis, Montreal brand, but they don't really carry themselves in that way, if that makes sense. It's more of a luxury brand, known globally, carried in a lot of different stores, and This is probably one of my favorite collections that they did, which was the Come Home With Me graphic. Very reminiscent of like the Diplomats logo, just like their own spin on it, which I like a lot, honestly. Really, really cool. I have the hoodie version of this in red, and I got that from Contraband a couple of years ago. This was sitting in a store called Stop Shop, which is right above Apartment 200, which is a club in Montreal, if you guys didn't know. But Stop Shop is like a curated vintage store to have like more early 2000s type of clothing, and also like band tees, etc. Went in and there was a rack full of just Trois Paradis, and I was curious how much the price was going to be, because these t-shirts are like in the hundreds or $100 range ish. I don't know. I don't remember the exact retail, but it definitely was not cheap. So I wasn't sure how much I was going to pay for this, but I was curious of the price. Asked her, it was $30. I was like, come on now. $30 for the Trois Paradis, I'll definitely get that, especially since it's starting to crackle. Looks like there has more character in the t-shirt now, so I appreciate that. That and the hoodie, great Trois Paradis pieces for sure. If you guys are interested in a brand, they release things pretty often, so I'll have the Instagram on the screen or below in the description. Make sure to always check out the description. I have a lot of information on everything I pick up most of the time, so definitely go check that out. Speaking of local Montreal brands, have a pickup from Saintwoods, the good people at Saintwoods. I got this a while back, but I just never had a chance to showcase it on the channel. Almost dropped it in its right light, so time to give it its shine. This is the Saintwoods and Places Plus Faces collaboration. They've done this a couple of times now, and I have the original t-shirt still. But Cisse and Nate and Zach have like great chemistry whenever it comes to making things happen, as far as partying and even the clothing itself. So great work always from the Saintwoods and Places Plus Faces peoples all the time. Party animals all the way around. This is a very funky graphic, honestly. I like it a lot. And yellow, you already know it's the yellow gang around here all the time. Steady repping, might as well jump into it. The Issey Miyake, if I'm butchering that name, please help me out. I'm so sorry, but I'm not the greatest with Japanese names. But anyway, Issey Miyake Homme Plissé trousers. So now, I've seen these an awful lot on Instagram, and I didn't want to get influenced by a lot of just menswear fashion bloggers that were getting these pants. I was like, I don't think I'll get them, just because I didn't want to I wanted to feel empowered and be like, oh, I'm not going to get them just because everyone else is getting them. This was actually an impulse purchase. Like, I've seen these for a year and a half, maybe now, for a decent amount of time. And every time that it's come up to purchasing them, I was like, nah, I don't need them. It's okay. I'm good on that. Eventually, I was in Essence. Those random trips to Essence always get Kyron. So I was impulse shopping at Essence. Walked in there, saw these on the rack, decided to try them on. Led to a purchase, and now we have them here today. So honestly, I feel like this is a trouser where you could just dress it up. This would be like a great evening attire type of outfit. Honestly, with some boots, rather wear these with some boots. And I'm really interested to see how I'm going to style these, because this is something that I don't really have in my wardrobe at all. More of like a classy pant. But the pleats are just beautiful. Really, really great. I want to see how they hold up. If you guys are informed on how to wash these, I'm really curious of that also, because I'm not that informed on these pants. Those are a great pair of pants. Honestly, can't say anything negative about them. The fit is perfect. I think I got like the standard fit. Don't know what the exact name of the pair that I got, but I think I have the receipt, so I'll put the name of it on the screen somewhere here. They fit beautifully. I think it's going to be a great classy or night out type of piece to add into the wardrobe, and that's what I need. I need things that serve other purposes in my wardrobe now, instead of getting the same old thing. You gotta get things to switch it up here and there, so definitely worth the buy for those, 100%. Now, on to the footwear, the final part of this video. Let's get cooking with this. But I've been talking about this shoe for a couple of videos now. A lot of people were kind of like, Kyron, why would you even want that shoe? It seems kind of weird and hype beastie of you. Not really something that we would think you're into, especially seeing this box. And sometimes you could make shoes that are in that spotlight have a different notion, or just give it a different flavor and spin, because like not all the time you don't have to wear it the way a lot of other people are wearing it. That's the way I see it at least. So that being said, we got a pair of the Yeezy 700s, and this is the analog colorway. Now, I'm very late to this release. I believe this dropped a very long time ago. Not a very long time ago, but like a good couple months now. So I've been sleeping on this pair. This shoe looks great with sporty outfits, and that's kind of what I got it for. I just got it for mainly like sweatpant, some type of vintage tee, these shoes, and like anything in the summer. That's what I really pictured it as. And the good, magnificent people at Centrall came across a 10.5, and that's the size I am in 700s. After trying them on, I'm not really informed in the whole hype piece realm all too much when it comes to this, but the retail at Centrall was this. Well, not retail, but the price at Centrall was this. And I ended up trading a whole bunch of goods, and I acquired these basically for a trade. No money involved. I actually got money from this, so I seen it as a win, honestly. I didn't pay resale for them. I got a trade. I ended up getting money on top, so this was a smart purchase in my books. I think it was a great acquirement. You guys will see how I style these in the summertime, because it is gross outside with the salt. Horrible, but really nice shoe. Honestly, you guys should like open your eyes a bit to some of the hypebeast shoes. You can make them look like not so hypebeasty and make them look kind of tasteful, because I think this could look good in like a sporty type of outfit. And like instead of wearing New Balances, you could wear a shoe like this and kind of like tone it down, make it a little bit more normcore, and it could come out pretty cool. So yeah, drop my shoe. What else is new? Now, continuing on with the Salomons. This is a shoe that I was on the verge of getting for quite some time now that I'm dabbling into the hiker aesthetic. But honestly, it just kind of is perfect for Montreal's environment, especially having the practicality and also the style of this. Like it just honestly works perfectly. Like having brands like Arc'teryx, Salomon, North Face, all of these brands are like kind of meant for that type of element, and that's what Montreal is. So I'm kind of like taking that, putting it into a style that I can incorporate on a day-to-day and look stylish yet cozy and comfortable in the wintertime. So that's where Salomon comes into play, especially with this pair of sneakers. Got them at Off the Hook through the boy Ricky. Shout out to Ricky. But the S-Lab XT6s, I believe, is what they're called. Beautiful shoe, really comfortable and just durable. Everything seems really weather resistant on this shoe. Just a great all black sneaker. Didn't really have one, only had the Alix boots that I was wearing this winter, so I wanted another low profile, lighter weight boot that I wasn't afraid to put some damage on, because the Alix are a bit more pricey, and this is, yes, still a bit on the pricier end for a sneaker. This is like $300 or something like that after retail. I think it was like $260 plus tax, so it ends up being like $320 or something. But honestly, great, durable, weather resistant sneaker if you guys are in like a harsh climate like Canadian landscape. That's about it with all the pickups. Sorry it took a little bit longer than usual. I haven't done one of these in a while, so hopefully you guys are able to bear with me. That's all I got for today. I got a lot of vintage pickups that I could show you guys very soon, because that has accumulated, and I might start doing thrifting videos soon. I'm not too sure yet, because I don't want people picking over my spots, but I feel like it's inevitable because Montreal's getting kind of popping now. So I might end up doing them soon, because I think it could be some good content for you guys. So if you guys are interested in that, leave it in the comments below. Definitely will take that into consideration, as well as other video recommendations that you guys have. I'm always open ears. If you guys have anything that you're trying to see on the channel, definitely let me know. Also, make sure to follow the boy on Instagram. GOTSWEIGE is where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. And leave a like on the video, helps out a ton. Recommended boys, trying to get up on there. And yeah, subscribe if you're new. My name is Kyron. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.
My shoes might lurk, my shoes might lurk. T get hurt. hurt. My grandma do voodoo. She might curse. I came from the bottom. I'm made from the dirt. My shooters might lurk. My shooters might lurk.